Hello everyone, welcome back to my bountiful acre. My name's Sue, and today, after the greenhouse reset last week, we're going to be sowing a whole lot of seeds. Let's go and start. This is my favourite part of the season. That'll do for today. I have taken a little sample of my overflowing seed tin, and I would like to say that's the only tin I have, but that would be a big fat lie. You know me. Right, so first up, it is this fabulous sunflower. It is Earthwalker. I have never grown this before. So of all of the seed packets that I've pulled out, I've just realised that I haven't grown a single one of these. So that'll be fun, trying something new. I'm always open to trying new seeds, so if anybody has any recommendations, please do let me know. I cannot resist a packet of seeds, and these sunflowers are no exception. The second seed I'm going to be trying is another flower, and that is Lavater. I think that's how you pronounce it, or Lavatera maybe. This one is New Dwarf Pink Blush, and they're a nice open flower for the pollinators. I seem to have picked out quite a lot of flowers. So the next one I picked out is this one, Astrantia Major Ruby Cloud. This is a perennial, so hopefully I will get it through next winter if it's not as wet as this one. This one I'm growing for my flower border next to the patio. The final flower you might actually recognise. It's the one I bought at the garden centre when I went just for a packet of peppers and came back with a plethora of things I didn't really need. Cosmos Cranberry Double Click, and I just love the frilliness of that. That is it for the flower section today. I have got a tin full that I need to do as well, but I'm not going to show you all of them. I am going to start one of my tomatoes. It's still really quite early for tomatoes, but I can't resist this one. Indigo Rose from She Grows Veg. And the last one is Sweet Pepper Collage. Look at the different colours on that. But I can't wait to see that in here. It's going to look amazing. Okay. Let's get these sown. Phew, it's getting quite warm in here. I'm going to put the 3 half-hardy annuals into one tray, and then this tray can go in the new mini greenhouse that we put up last week. Ooh, which one will I start with? Let's go with the Cosmos. I think I'm only going to do one row of the sunflowers. These are quite large seeds. And I'm going to do 2 to each cell. If I'm brave enough and don't feel so guilty, I can always weed out the thinnest or the weakest one. Next up, Lavatera. I am quite excited to get these in. Anyone else have trouble getting into packets? Is it just me? I'm doing 2 of each and 1 sunflower, so I need another flower. Just go back to the tin. Let's see what other lovelies I could put in right now. What will it be? Actually, I might do some Verbena bonariensis. Right, yes, I'll do 2 rows of that as well, I think. Verbena seeds are absolutely tiny. They literally just need sprinkling. It's impossible to count how many are falling in, I think. The last one is the sunflower. These are fabulous to grow with children to get them interested in gardening. So if you've got children or grandchildren, These are very satisfying because they normally grow into really big plants very quickly. Child-friendly size seeds too. These require a little bit more depth than the others. And drop one seed into each hole. Okay, label and water. So for these two, I am going to use one of my little green seed trays. I would normally have done one of each in fairness, but this year I am trying really hard to sow less things, believe it or not. Got half peppers, half tomatoes in here, so I can take it in, put it under the grow light on the heat mat. Isn't it amazing that these 3 tiny little seeds are going to grow up into some tomatoes in a matter of a few months? Right, these are quite small, and I am not going to oversow, so let's see. There's 3 there. I'm going to sow a few more just for contingency. I don't probably need more than 3, but I can always give them away to my friends and family. I'm so tempted to sow more of them. Yeah, really shouldn't. One more for look. Now for these beautiful collage peppers. I think I'm just gonna do 4 of these. Grow, my lovelies, grow. You are officially banished. Look at the state of my floor. I said I was going to sow the Astrantia in a separate pot. I was going to take them indoors and give them some extra heat, but this little covered greenhouse got up to 24 degrees today. Now, before I move on, I want to show you something. Isn't that beautiful? These are the loofahs we sowed a couple of weeks ago. I showed you my dahlias and the ranunculus that I haven't actually grown before either. I saw a lady on a YouTube video soak these and then laid them out in a tray to start sprouting before putting them in the ground. And with my garden being so wet, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do too. I'm not sure whether these pots are actually going to be big enough, but these dahlia tubers are not as big as the ones I saved from my garden last year. I'm doing it this way because I want, if at all possible, to take cuttings from them. The leeks have come up since I put them in this little mini greenhouse, so that little bit of extra heat and protection at night is really helping. And this is the celery that I transplanted, so they're all doing brilliantly. Oh gosh, isn't it lovely when the sun comes out, especially when you're in a greenhouse and it's just that little bit warmer than outside. That's some of my seeds sown. I've made a start at least. I have still got a whole lot more to sow. And my little loofahs, I think 3 out of 6 have germinated so far. I think they're almost ready to get transplanted on. So I might go and get myself a cup of coffee and do that. If you love gardening as much as I do and are interested in me creating a whole new garden from scratch, then join me next week where we'll start by planting some bare root fruit trees. Hope you've had a good week. See you next time.